Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno. Not just Fresno, but the whole valley, the whole state, the whole nation. There's so many good things going on out there, and we want to let you know about them. And when my next guest came in, I said, there's one of my favorite guests, and I really mean it, Richard. Richard Iyall. He's a Cowlitz elder. I said it wrong. But we're going to ask him how to say it, ask him about it. But he's a poet extraordinaire and a photographer and a lot of other things, too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So welcome, Richard.
Thank you, Mike.
Tell me about your elder. How do you say the word again?
The tribe is Cowlitz.
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 Okay.
From the state of Washington.
Uh-huh. And you get to travel up there and do tribal activities sometimes?
Once in a while, yeah.
And are you able to participate from here?
Oh, yeah. They have meetings, like the tribal council has meetings once a month, and they go online through a Microsoft thing called Teams.
Teams, yeah, I've heard of Teams, yeah.
So members can join the teams and just watch. And as a matter of fact, they had a meeting this last Saturday, and tribal members can submit questions and comments to the tribal council. And so let me tell you what I submitted.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. When I submitted, I said, did you know that vegetarian is an old Indian word? Yeah, it means bad hunter.
There you go. Now we're going to show, you're going to do some poetry in a minute, and we're going to show some of your pictures. Before we start, some of the settings were in the Shins Inn Garden here in Fresno. Can you tell our viewers about that garden a little? A lot of people don't even know it's there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Shins Inn Garden, it's in Woodward Park, and it's an area of the park that's just dedicated to the Japanese culture, and it was put there just to help Fresno have a connection with Japan, especially after World War II, as a matter of fact, in August, it's the anniversary of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah. By the way, this tree here, a bonsai tree, that's at the garden?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, well, actually, this one, it's a forest in one pot.
In one pot, yeah, really. It's just absolutely
very special bonsai.
Yeah. Now, tell me about your poetry. I host a show here called Briggs on Books, and I talk to authors every day. And I ask them all a little about their process and how they come up with the stuff they write about. But what's your process? Do you just sit down every day and write poetry, or is it just when it pops in your head?
Well, I don't write every day, but it's just whenever I'm inspired to do it. But basically, it comes from the heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you're getting volumes now.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite a number of volumes, and I'm always impressed by it. It's very moving, too. So tell us the first poem that you're going to read. Tell us the name of it and a little bit about it, or the inspiration before we jump into it.
Sure. Now, today is August 16th, and we're currently in an astrological thing with Venus being in retrograde. As a matter of fact, it's a new moon in Leo. And so that, Venus rules love and, the heart. And actually, I'm in a course with a woman friend of mine called Masami Covey.
Yeah, and we're going to have her web address up for our viewers to learn more about her.
Yeah, so she has a course dedicated to Venus retrograde, and it's rediscovering your heart.
Oh, nice.
So for today, I thought I'd present some poetry about heart and love.
Very good. Poetry by Richard Iyall.
And this one I wrote originally in 2010 when I was taking a class at City College in poetry writing. And this one, the form is called the Villanelle. And it's titled, Two Lovers Finding Each Other. My life has changed since I have thought of you. I cannot live my life for only me. The world is ours. There's nothing we can't do. As I walked home, I noticed something new. My heart was trained on ways that we could be. My life has changed since I have thought of you. Please tell me now what you are going through. We'll tackle all and have a jubilee. The world is ours. There's nothing we can't do. This thought of mine is something I'll pursue. I see my passion growing like a tree. My life has changed since I have thought of you. The feelings in my heart are very true. Respect each other so that we'll be free. The world is ours. There's nothing we can't do. The thought of you and me is one that grew. Now would you like to come and have some tea? My life has changed since I have thought of you. The world is ours. There's nothing we can't do. Thank you.
That is beautiful. That is a love. That is quite a love song, a love poem. Now the course you're taking with.
Well, I took it in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It was at President City College, English 15A, creative writing, poetry, and the instructor was Jim Ewing.
Jim Ewing.
And he was great. Yeah.
And it's about, it kind of launched this poetry for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had written a little bit, 2 poems before that, but in 2010 I was going through a whole lot of stress, a lot of things in my life, and I, you know, having poetry to write, it really helped me to you know, just concentrate on getting something out from my heart and putting it on paper into a form.
Did taking the class help give you some confidence in the writing? And
somebody
saying, oh, this is pretty good here, Richard, and saying, oh, I guess I am doing it right then.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got an A on every poem I wrote except one. I got a B+ on one.
B+ on that.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard,
So,
tell us about this next poem.
This next poem, it was written when I was thinking of Masami after I was taking another course from her. And this one is called Loving. Loving. I am loving. I am loving you. I am loving you with all I am. I am loving myself. We two are one. I am loving within my heart. Loving from there is just a start. I am loving you down in my base. Loving you puts a smile on my face. Loving. I am loving. I am loving you. I am loving you with all I am. I am loving myself. We all are one. Loving. 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 It's changing the world forever. Loving. 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 And waiting to be together. Loving. Loving. Loving is what I am doing. Loving. Loving. Loving is an idea worth pursuing. I am loving the gift you gave to me. I am loving to let myself just be. I am loving to let my soul be free. I am loving for all eternity. I am loving, loving you, loving me. Thank you.
Very nice, Richard. You have one more short one. Can I get you to do one more for us?
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about it first.
This is a short one. It's a 4/3 alternating ballad, and I just wrote it just from my heart. Just, you know, it just came to me, and so I put it in this form. And it's called "If We Would Listen to Our Heart."
Very nice.
If we would listen to our heart, and others did the same, we could connect so far apart and outperform the brain. That's it.
Nice. You said you have a short one. That is beautiful. I like all three of them, Richard.
Well, thank you.
Now tell us, This is, of course, going to be on YouTube, or if you're watching it on YouTube, it's on YouTube. And check out the links below. There's a link to Richard's Flickr, which shows a lot of your pictures.
Yeah, that's not on YouTube. That's on Flickr.
Flickr,
Yeah.
but this will be posted on YouTube. You'll be able to click on the link below, Flickr account, and also the person you're taking the course from.
No. Oh, yeah, the Heart course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Masami Covey. Yeah, her link is up there.
We'll have a link to that, and
she has a great page on YouTube.
Very good. We're way past time, Richard. My favorite guest, so I hold him over. Any last thoughts for our viewers?
Well, thank you everyone for listening and watching and opening your heart and allowing your love to come through. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.